made to you so special? Nothing. I'm just a kid from Brooklyn.
Well, guys, I'm back. Frank Stout, just a guy from Brooklyn, here on vacation in Puerto Rico. And if you thought just because I'm going on vacation, I'm not going to bring you some content, sorry. The show must go on. I'm here. And just so you know, I was born and raised in Brooklyn, but my family is originally from Puerto Rico. So this is basically my mother island. And when I came here, when I landed 2 nights ago, the island greeted its prodigal son in true fashion. It let me know how happy it was to see me. Today I'm just going to give you a quick list, quick ranking of vacation movies. And I excluded anything involving camps, cabins in the woods, stuff like that. Just because those are just separate. Like at this point, they're so big, they're so separate genres. And then the next thing you know, you're going to have nothing but of those. I want more stuff like travel trips. So I'm giving you 10, and I'm really excited to do this. Please like and subscribe if you like my channel, if you want to join me on this journey, because we're right at the beginning. I just started. I'm really excited. I got a lot planned for this year. I actually plan on giving you a few reviews out here in PR, but unfortunately, when we check the theaters, none of the movies we want to see are available. It seems that PR is very mainstream when it comes to horror movies. But I'm looking forward to giving you some stuff. But for now, I'm going to give you this ranking. And so here we go. Okay, as always, before I drop it, um, you know my 2 rules. If you don't know, here's my 2 rules. Number 1, spoilers. I'll give you a mild spoiler warning, but I doubt I'm going to give you any spoilers. But just in case, I got a mild spoiler warning. Rule number 2, the biggest one. As always, this is a favorites list, not a best list. So please keep that in mind. So starting things off at number 10, I have Piranha 3D. Honestly, this is just big dumb fun. It's Daytona Beach, a lot of bikinis, a lot of hot bodies, and you've got, of course, prehistoric piranha invades the town, invades the beach. It's got a lot of star power, a lot of good star power in there, a lot of well known talent. But honestly, it's semi raunchy, just dumb fun, which is why I got it at the bottom of the list. Coming in at number 9 is Death of Me. Came out in 2020. It's about a couple who ends up on vacation in the South Pacific. They go out. They somehow get involved in some sort of ritual. Next thing you know, they don't remember anything that happened. And then when they wake up, they check some footage of what happened. And apparently the the guy kills his woman and buries her, yet she's alive. Don't want to give too much more than that. It's definitely some creep to it, a lot of creep, some jump scares. It's fun. It's something to pop in. Definitely gives you a creepy vibe. Coming in at number 8 is The Shallows. How appropriate. The Shallows is about surfer. You know who that surfer is. She's out to do some surfing in a secluded spot, secluded reef. And she's there with a few other surfers, not knowing that there's a killer shark in the water. Takes a little nibble at her. Next thing you know, she's on top of a reef out in the water. Time is not on her side as she's bleeding out, and there's nobody to call for help. Really, really great, like kind of man against or woman against nature type situation. Is it? Do I consider it on the level of like the Jaws movies? No, I don't think it comes anywhere near, especially the first two. but it's definitely good. The visuals are striking. You know, all the surf shots and the water shots are glorious. Coming in at number 7 is Nightmare Beach. Came out in 1989. You know how much I love 80s slashers. They're my favorites. My man Josh Krubner from Killer Flicks recommended this one to me, and I enjoyed every minute of it. Um, it's also a kind of Daytona Beach, spring break type. Lots of bikinis, a lot of wet T-shirt contests. But this one's got a little bit more bite to it. It's definitely very, very 80s. It's got a nice twist. It's got and if you're wondering if there's any other movies starring John Saxon as a police officer, guess what? This is another one. Yep, he was in Elm Street, he was in Black Christmas, and he was in this. Coming in at number 6 is a movie called Shrooms, about a group of young people go abroad to trip on some mushrooms, and unbeknownst to them, and they were warned that there was one particular mushroom that they should not ingest, and of course, one of the members ingests it. Um, Really, trippy, creepy ride. Um, great stuff. And one of the better twists, I would say, on this list. Fantastic twists. Um, Definitely good stuff. Next on the list is Eden Lake. Came out in 2008. This is an English horror movie about a couple going to a quarry, and the boyfriend, played by Michael Fassbender, is looking to propose to his soon-to-be fiance, and they come across some teenager or tweenager type hooligans hanging out at the quarry, and this just makes you look at young people in a whole other light. Um, this is a rough one. I gotta admit, this one is both rough, both in the content in the movie and both the ending. The ending may make you feel one way or another, but either way, it's definitely something you should watch at least once if you're a horror fan. Next up at number 4 is Us. Now, Us is a little polarizing movie. I think I love it. It's a Jordan Peele movie. It's his second one. All I can say is if you're going in looking to like analyze and look for plot holes, you probably shouldn't even bother to watch this. This has a lot of symbolism, a lot of deep stuff going on. It's almost like a full length Twilight Zone episode. It's really fun. It's about a family that goes on vacation, and it's a home invasion horror movie where they're invaded by a group of people who are literally just like carbon copies of themselves, which is just adds another whole creep factor to the whole home invasion thing. Um, I enjoyed it. I like the whole lore. It has a deep lore. It's something where after you watch the movie, you may have questions. You may have to go searching for those answers. I love all that stuff. All right, we're up to my top 3. My top 3, I guarantee you, are all 3 huge. They are just straight bangers, straight bangers. Coming in at number 3 is The Ruins. Came out in 2008. People, people, it's real simple. If you're in Mexico on vacation and you want to explore a pyramid, don't go to the secret pyramid that the tourists go to. Please don't. This is an exercise in letting you know what can happen if you want to go exploring off the deep path. Young group of young people, they hear about this, secret pyramid that nobody goes to, nobody knows about, that they can go check out. They go to check out, and I don't want to spoil anything, but there is a point where they're on top of the pyramid and they realize it's like a slow realization of just they're not going anywhere. It's just pure dread, pure 100% dread You can see it in their faces. That's what I love. They get hit with that moment. And my runner-up number 2 is The Descent. If you have any type of fear involving claustrophobia or fear of the dark, this was gonna hit you hard. It definitely hit me hard. It's about a group of young women who want to go exploring caves. There's a little backstory to them, but I don't want to get into that because that would spoil the movie. But they go and explore, and one of the members decides to pick a cave that hadn't been explored yet. Again, if again, this is a lesson, life lesson. If you're going to explore caves, which I would never do, because I would literally just, the minute you're in that darkness and in that cramped space, I'm like, get me the fuck out of there. But if you are one, a risk taker like that, um, yeah, don't go to the unexplored cave. Go to the explored cave. And my final number one movie, vacation horror movie, is Midsommar. Um, this is just Ari Aster's. This is a masterpiece in horror for me. Um, this is something special. It's about a group of young people, college, group of college level people. They decide to go on a trip to Sweden to attend a Midsommar Swedish festival. And they think they're going out there to basically sleep with a lot of Swedish women and trip on lots of drugs. Um, what they get is not quite that. Also, there's a couple in the group that are kind of going through some domestic trouble. Um, so this is one of your better breakup movies, if you could believe it. This is not just a horror movie. This is not just a type of cult type creepy vacation movie. This is also an awesome breakup movie. Number one, it is a slow burn. It's not something that's gonna that it's just gonna be fast paced. This is slow. It goes so slow and it builds tension and then it crescendos at the end, and the crescendo is absolutely glorious. But I do recommend to see this more than once, because the first time around you may not notice all the little clues and little things going on around everybody because you're so into their journey that you're not realizing that literally everything is like what's about to happen is in your face throughout the movie. Even in the beginning, it's on the walls, it's on the tapestries. It's just all types of special. So, in closing, um, I'm really enjoying my vacation. I'm enjoying giving you this content. From the shining star of the Caribbean, Isla del Canto, I say to you, peace. See my face in lights, on my name on marquees found down on Broadway. Even if it ain't all it seems, I got a pocket full of dreams, baby. I'm from New York.